Boy, you know what time it is.
Welcome to the Bromigos podcast.
I need it!
Hey, how are you?
This is amazing.
What's going on, everybody? It's the Bromigos podcast. Brotha. I fucked up my own name. Undercover Brotha in the motherfucking house. Pump your fist if you feel me and holler if you hear me. And Daint Money should be puff passing as he's taking a little smoke on the camera there. A little puff.
Yeah, just chilling, enjoying my life, man. I got the crib to myself. I'm vibing.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah, man. It's like,
buddy.
I don't mean to kill the intro, but bro, I love having the house to myself for one reason and one reason only.
Bitches.
What?
That's the first thing that comes
I'm just
up.
taking a guess.
Like, why is that instantly where your mind goes? No.
That's where mine
Boobies. Vagina.
First of all, that ain't where your mind be. I know that ain't where your mind be. I know you ain't where your mind be. Nah, I can bring out my speaker. I could blast Drake all weekend.
Oh, God. We're going to get to that in a second, but Hunter, how you doing, buddy?
I'm holding it down, as always. I hit every red light on my way home before this recording, so I'm glad to be back home.
In the world.
It's terrible. It's like, how is it every single... And it's like, it goes like maybe 2 blocks, red light. 2 blocks, red light. Like, can I win? No, I can't win. So, glad I'm back, though.
Very good. Oh, well, we're glad you got here safely. Before we start today's episode, I brought this up a couple of, I think it was last show that we did, how I started doing I put a fan mail thing into the show that people can text the show and give us their thoughts on things. Well, we finally got a response to something that we talked about last week, and that was the whole Trump and politics debacle, and that just completely devolved with Panama Red at the helm of that conversation. But my buddy John Jamingo is he's a big Trump guy. He's a Jersey bro, Southern Jersey, Philly-esque, and he's a big Trump guy. And he says, and this is more response to Panama Red than anybody, to be honest, at least from what I could read. How do you say, I believe in the Second Amendment, I just think it should be harder to get a gun? The Georgia kid was bullied for being gay. If you took 5 minutes to research what you're talking about, maybe you would have more answers. I'm available anytime you would like to discuss Trump.
Since when did Trump supporters care about gay people? That's my first question.
He's gay. That's how he got a gun. Not the fact that his dad bought him the gun for Christmas after the FBI went over to his house because he had threats of shooting up the school. Not because of that. No, he was bullied because he was gay. That's why he got a gun and shot up the school. Not that his dad bought the gun for him. Let's not get into that, but I digress.
And notice how the LGBTQ community hasn't, jumped on this because they're like, nah, this is some bullshit. Like, wait.
We ain't touching this one.
But it's like, what? Like, my man's, I don't know who this dude is, sir. All I gotta say is, I respect your opinion, but that'll make no goddamn sense. Let's be honest. When's the last? I really want to know, when is the last time that Trump supporters really gave anything about the LGBTQ community? When has there ever been an outcry? When has there ever been real support? So now there's guns involved. That changes your opinion on this situation? Come on, man.
I mean, listen, I know John personally. I've talked to him quite a few times. I've done podcasts with him. He's a good guy. I mean, politically, he and I don't see eye to eye all the time on a good amount of issues. But if he's ever willing to come on, I will definitely try and make a time where it works for everybody involved. So if he wants to talk Trump and shit, but knowing him, I know it's going to turn into a massive argument. So
I'm sorry, I would not waste my time talking about Donald Trump for 45 minutes. I wouldn't.
To be honest, I don't even want to talk about Donald Trump for 45 minutes. I don't even want to talk about fucking politics or that fucking debacle of a debate that happened last week, which I did not even watch, to be honest.
I've only seen bits and pieces here and there on social media, but the one that stands out is the one where they're eating the dogs in Springfield. They're eating cats. They're coming out and they're grabbing your dog, your cat, and they're stuffing it in their mouth, basically. Because that is just some hum-diddle-dee bullshit that
apparently,
they ran with.
According to some sources, and I haven't read them personally, my brother reads a lot into this shit. Apparently, that's actually true. It's just that they think it was bullshit because it sounds like it's bullshit. Whether or not it's Haitian immigrants doing all of that, I have no fucking idea. But
No,
somebody's starving on the street, you know.
No, because the original poster on Facebook deleted the post saying that she thought that it was Haitian immigrants doing it when none of that was true, and she deleted it. And since then, schools in Springfield, they have been receiving bomb threats, threats of shootings, threats of harm to Haitian immigrants that moved there legally. And now what they're doing, because of all the bomb threats, they got like over 40 bomb threats since that happened for hospitals, elementary schools, middle schools. What they're having to do now, cops are having to go in, sweep the school before the kids show up just to make sure that it's safe.
First of all, I didn't even know Haitians lived in Ohio. Okay,
I didn't know either.
I didn't even think that was possible. I mean, it's Ohio, for Christ's sake.
Yeah. But they've completely fucked up that town with all the bullshit about they're eating dogs and cats. They're not doing any of that. And then they're paying Haitian immigrants in a bad manner.
Speaking on this issue in particular, I was on Twitter earlier today, right?
I love when Twitter reacts to shit.
There was a woman talking about the influx of Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio. And it was like a 3-minute clip. The beginning of it, so the satire. I would like to play it. I want everybody to hear this.
Haitians will soon be the majority population in Springfield. Nowhere on the planet is it acceptable for another culture to create a majority population by replacing the native population. Should Israel be forced to...
What?
Yo, the first thing I thought about the second I heard that was the fucking whites coming over and taking out the Native Americans,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Like, that's the same fucking thing we did hundreds of years ago.
That's crazy. Wonder who she's voting for.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, this is how some people really think. This is how some people really think. They think that makes sense.
Listen.
They think that that's okay because they don't know. Like so many white people are so ignorant of their own American history, the country they claim to love so much, you know, the country they care so much about. They are so ignorant of their own history that they say things like this and don't think twice about how stupid it sounds.
This goes for both sides, not just one or the other.
Yep.
In my personal opinion, but ignorance and stupidity are a disease. They're a disease that it is infesting itself into the psyche of normal individuals that create bullshit like that video you just posted about or talked about. Like, I'm astounded that people think like that. I am dumbfounded. I guarantee you where the fuck I live, there's at least 20 people that think the exact same thing within a quarter-mile radius, if not more so.
There's I saw a video earlier in the week on Twitter about how, well, actually, no, it was last week because it was on the anniversary of 9/11. Trump supporters raising the question about how come Obama did nothing to help on 9/11.
I love that video. That shit is so funny.
Why didn't Obama do anything? Well, motherfuckers
God.
in law school at the time that it happened. 2001. That over 20 years ago, which never forget, by the way. But still, it's like, how do you wake up and then you're just like, yes, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to say. It's like, I'm amazed that some of these people wake up and they have pants on in the morning. That's how amazed I am.
It's literally them being outright, without in these words, saying, I woke up and chose to be retarded today.
Yep.
That's essentially what they're doing. And there's no way I will sugarcoat that for the fucking sensitive people out there. That's essentially what everybody's doing. I woke up today and chose to be retarded.
Listen, if you really want to get deep like that, if you be honest with you, it's our education system.
Yes,
That's
it is
the real
100% the education system.
I mean, let's be honest. Where this country is so weird, specifically when it comes down to history, right? When we talk about World War II, every time you talk about World War II when you're in high school or even if you're in middle school, if they talked about it at that time, what's the one figure they talk about every single time? Hitler. All the things that they did to the Jews, right? Oh, the Holocaust, it was so bad. It was an atrocity. But why don't we ever talk about the Japanese concentration camps, not internment camps, that's some bullshit, concentration camps that we had in our own soil ever? We never, ever talk about that. But for some reason, we always find out about it somewhere else. But the one place where we should be taught about it, where we should be educated on an important part of American history, no matter how dark it may be, we should be educated on that. But we aren't.
It's funny you mentioned that. I didn't know that America had the, in your words, concentration camps until I was in eighth grade history class. That's when I first heard about it. I went through 8 years of history in some way, shape, and form, and then I learned about that part of it.
Yeah, they had it on the West Coast, like Washington, Seattle, California.
Just want to. I ain't hating. I'm not hating. 8th grade, you gonna learn about that shit in 4th grade, my boy. Like, you got to build up. 8th grade's a good time.
I get that, but
you know what I mean? At least you were taught. I didn't learn that in high school. Well, should I say in school? I knew about it, but I didn't learn it in school. And most of the things that we learned in history class, I already knew. It wasn't anything crazy. World history is the one where I was like, whoa, dang. He did a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah. Not to mention, like, we all, the U.S. internment camps and shit. And then let's also bring up all the atrocities that Japan did over the course of World War II, which was quite a fuck ton.
Yep.
So Hitler wasn't the only bad guy. Everybody sucked. It's just that the people that won chose to hide how much they sucked.
He basically, to sum it up for the younger audience, Hitler took the Kendrick Lamar route. Like, fuck the big three. It's just big me.
Big me.
Yep. And he murdered all those Jews. What, like 6 million or something?
So that begs the question now. That's a great segue, Hunter. What do we think about Kdot getting into the Super Bowl this year?
I was blindsided. I didn't know they were going to announce it that early, first off. Second off, I didn't think that they'd get Kendrick Lamar. Now I'm trying to think of what songs he can play and if he's going to be allowed to play They Not Like Us, because they mentioned about pedophiles and whatnot and going after A, B, C.
That's the whole reason they signed him on in the first place. Them not telling him not to play the song would be fucking, what's the whole point?
Well, I don't know. They might say, hey, we can't do it because you're putting this topic in, but I don't know.
You kidding me? They'd make so much money off advertising for that.
If they use the song for commercials and can safely say that it'll be on, but I don't know.
We'll see. I definitely see them singing the song. I definitely see the crowd getting into it, and I definitely see hundreds of millions of people just absolutely having a field day with that, whether in the stands, online, watching at home, across the world. I mean, that's about, and I hate to say this in your to your boy Dante, that's about to be Drake's worst day of his life, honestly. But, and I know you've talked about this, why didn't, if they chose Kendrick, Super Bowl is going to be in New Orleans this year. There's a lot of hip hop history in New Orleans. I mean, fucking Lil Wayne is from there, bro. Why didn't they just get him? That would have been just as big, in my opinion. I'm not even a big Lil Wayne fan.
Yeah, I feel like at some point it's not probably going to be announced, but they'll probably bring him on as like a special guest and a collaboration for a song in the Super Bowl.
A special guest for his own hometown, though?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense to me. Like,
would you rather have him do that or not have him at all? I mean, if there's big enough outrage for it, then they're probably going to put him in anyway.
I mean, think about it like this. Just like 3 or 4 years ago, they had like five separate artists in one show, which might go down as one of the greatest shows in Super Bowl history, with Eminem, Dr. Dre, Mary J. Blige, Fitty, and I think Kendrick was a part of that one too. I can't recall off the top of my head. Was there someone else I'm missing, Dante? Snoop. Yes, thank you.
Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Crip walking on stage in front of millions of people.
All right.
Let's weigh in. What do you think? What do you say, Daint?
It's finally time for me to get my piece. Situation. So, okay, cool.
Yes, calm himself down, folks.
I've just seen a lot of things on social media about people talking about Kendrick being at the halftime show. My opinion on that is very simple. The only reason why Kendrick Lamar is the halftime performer is because of Not Like Us. Now, does Kendrick Lamar have the catalog to perform at halftime? Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Of course. But at the same time, I'm not going to act like the reason why Kendrick Lamar is the halftime performer this year is because of that catalog. It's because his most popular song, his biggest song ever, might not be his best song, because it most definitely is not even close. And I listen to Kendrick. It's his biggest song ever. Like, this song is worldwide. But that's the only reason why he's up there. And to be honest with you, I hope he doesn't perform the song. Reason being is because Kendrick Lamar is a great performer. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen his performances at the Grammys, but Kendrick knows how to put on a full performance. Like, you feel like you're on stage with him. The scenes that he sets, the mood that he sets, he's an artist. He's up there really performing. He's not a dancer or whatever, but the performance, it's empowering. It really is. He does great work. J. Cole, I think, does some great work. You know, they're not like Drake and Travis, the super hype kind of guys. So, like, I think he definitely has the catalog in order to do something like this. But I don't think that he got it because of his catalog. It's just because he's hot right now. He's hot right now. But to say that this is going to be somehow going to affect Drake in the worst, I don't understand why people, well, I do. Why people want to see Drake fall so flat in his face. Why they hate him so much. And I never got the chance to actually say this on the show. Black America is mad. Black America is annoyed that a light-skinned mixed-race Canadian took over a Black American art form. That's bothersome. That's bothersome. And it's bothersome because he not only has taken over a Black American art form, he's also gone off into other genres, which Black people generally are great at the top of the charts at. And he's been at the top of the charts at all of those different genres. But because it's a Black American art form and a lot of rappers from our country, right, are very socially conscious, not all of them, but the ones that are, we respect more. So because Drake isn't like that, they like, yo, you coming down here and you doing music with this rapper in Atlanta, and you going to Houston, you going to LA, and you going to Florida, and you going to Jamaica, you going to Great Britain to do things with. It's like, they're mad at that. That bothers them. But why does it?
Kendrick said it himself. I mean, you run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars.
Yeah, and that's annoying, and that bothers them. But at the end of the day, it's just music. And if you really want to talk about somebody who at least is appreciating other genres of music, other areas of music in our country in general, rap is different everywhere. We all know that. Rap is different up here. Rap is different down south. It's different on the West Coast. It's all different. Drake hops on with all of those other artists and collaborates with them and makes great music that people like. But black people hate on it because he ain't socially conscious and he doesn't talk about what's going on. That's not the kind of artist he is. That's Kendrick. But if you want to talk about an artist who's done a lot with other LA artists, with other Compton artists, Drake's done more. Drake's done more with those artists out there in California, out there in the Bay, out there in LA, out there in Compton. He's done more than Kendrick has ever done. And I'm going to say it. I don't care. I'm going to say it because the only artist that Kendrick really collaborates with in California in general is either Baby Keem, even though he's from Nevada, but that's still his cousin, or anybody on TDE. Drake's done songs with Nip, YG, had Nip on tour way before Nip was big. Way before Nip was big. We talk about when Drake was like just getting up to the stardom way back in the day. So it's like, I get the love for Kendrick because he is socially conscious. He's a great dude. I love the things that he says. He's a poet. He's an artist. He's amazing. Top 5 greatest rappers of all time, in my opinion. Always felt that way. But this like Drake hate is just it's stupid to me. It's very dumb to me.
I can imagine for you it's become tiresome.
Yeah. It's like move on. Move on. Because now people are going to see Kendrick as, oh, that's a dude that had beef with Drake. Nah, that's Kendrick. And that's Drake. Separately, they are legends. Absolute legends. Shoot, in my opinion, they wrote all the best music of my lifetime. That's my Tupac and Biggie. That's my piece. So. I got a question.
What's up?
I don't know if we were supposed to talk about it, but WNBA Finals are coming up.
Oh, shit, they are?
Yeah.
Playoffs even started?
I ain't gonna hold you. Regular season just ended last night. I'm excited. I'm excited. I try to watch the playoffs every single year. I definitely watch the finals every year. But I'm excited this year. We got the back-to-back champions in the 4 seed. Right, so they don't even have home court advantage. They're gonna be fighting every game. They seasoned, won 2 in a row. Right? You got Caitlin Clark out there. I think they playing the Connecticut Sun. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Indiana's gonna win that series. You know, they're still young, they're inexperienced. You know, you got Alyssa Thomas over there in Connecticut. Honor, you know, team is tough. And they've won a championship before. So they know how to win. You know how to win. No Angel Reese, sadly, but you know, Angel and CC did great things for the league. They did great things for the league. You know, props to both of them. But like this playoffs is going to be interesting. There's a lot of narratives. This is like one of the first WNBA playoffs with a lot of narratives. Big time narratives for real. You know, Aja Wilson MVP. Will Aces go back, win 3 in a row? First 3-peat since Houston Comets when they run 4 in a row. We don't know. Will Aja Wilson win MVP and Defensive Player of the Year? Isha Collier win Defensive Player of the Year? You all know CC going to win Rookie of the Year. It's just Diana Taurasi's last season, most likely.
I forget. Where does Taurasi play for again?
Phoenix.
Okay.
There's a lot of different narratives going on. Now, man, I know you now. Well,
I am not well versed. I do admit that. That's why I defer to you.
But I'm going to ask you a question. How has your opinion changed about women's basketball last year? You know, with all this stuff going on. What's your current opinion on women's basketball?
You know, it's funny. I can distinctly remember this particular instance. I was watching a New York Liberty game on TV. I was doing an event for my job at a bar, and they just happened to have the game on TV. And I was looking at it for about a good 30 seconds to a minute. And I at the time I was thinking to myself, this has got to be one of the worst displays of basketball I have ever seen. And for some reason, it's stuck in my mind that that's what all WNBA basketball is like. Now, I probably just happened to see a really bad few seconds of basketball, but subconsciously in my head, I'm like, yep, this is definitely all the same. I have seen clips online. I have been trying to follow it. I'm not nearly as well versed as, say, you or even Mike, because I know you two talk about it the most in our group chat. I got to say, I think this has probably been, I think with the addition of CC and Reese, and as well as other ladies that got drafted from this crop of talent, I think the WNBA is going to be in a good place for the next several years. You know, I think they finally have found the ability to market people not based off of controversy, like the Brittany Griner situation years ago. And they can actually market people based on their talent for the game. Why they couldn't do that with Taurasi and Wilson before, hell, even Sue Bird before that, I have no idea, to be quite frank with you. But I'm also not a genius at this. So I'll let you answer that if you choose to. But I don't think women's basketball is bad. I mean, I prefer the college level of it. I think the college level of basketball for me anyway is a little bit more competitive, where it's entertaining to watch because those kids are fighting for their life at like every single turn. As we've all talked about, the NBA and even maybe to some degree the WNBA is more entertainment basketball. It's not like pure competition basketball. Maybe in certain cases, but not all the time. So,
I mean, my retort would be just on that last comment, straight up, is that WNBA basketball, women's basketball in general, is for real basketball at its purest form.
You're right. You have said that.
Yeah, and I've said it before. It's basketball at its purest form. To be honest with you, in terms of how the game is played, and this is not a dig, and if you really understand the game, see what I'm saying. Women's basketball is no different from your local CYO team or your middle school travel squad. You know, they run plays, they run sets. It's not it's fundamental. You know, it's not just get up and down, throwing lobs, just hoisting up threes just because one-on-one basketball the whole time. They play within the game. Men's basketball used to be like that way back in the day, right? Even in the 80s. But in the 80s, like the game started to elevate. Guys started to fly higher. Magic was doing the fancy shit, so it made it a little bit more entertaining. And that's when the league really shot off. Now you got Caitlin Clark. She's playing more like the men's game. She's knocking down threes like Steph Curry. Threes now are more fun to watch than dunks. That's what it is. It's been like that for about 10 years now, which is still crazy to me. And then you got Aja Wilson, who's out here breaking records and doing things no one's ever seen before. 1,000 points. She's probably going to get Defensive Player of the Year and MVP, which is insane. It's mind-boggling. Score 1,000 points in a WNBA season is difficult. It's difficult. They play a short season, but in a very short amount of time. They're playing a lot. And this year, Aja Wilson played in the Olympics. So I know she's tired.
Give that woman a break, for God's sake.
She's tired, and she got to win 9 more.
I was saying, how do the playoffs work for WNBA?
It's changed over time, but it's now. So you got four different series going on. Then it's the semifinals, and then it's the WNBA.
So like best of 7, best of 5 series?
Best of. I always felt like the first round used to be best of 3. It's changed. It used to be best of 3.
I think the finals are definitely best of 7.
5. No, finals is best of 5.
Oh, really? Okay, I'm wrong.
Unless they increase it, I don't think they did.
I thought they did, but I might be wrong.
And then usually they always fluctuate. How how much better the league has gotten. They've changed it, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I definitely want to see the Aces win 3, bro. That would be crazy. That would be tough.
I mean, as a homer, I definitely think the Liberty have a shot still, because they did face the Aces in the finals last year. So normally, I
Liberty
would think
have a habit of getting to the finals and losing.
that is also true. I have noticed that trend as well. I also want to see Taurasi go in, man. I want to see Taurasi go into the finals just as a send-off, but
Phoenix is competitive. They're good. They have 3 Olympians. So, like, like 2 of them were starters. So, like,
those are my top 3. It's either Aces, Phoenix, and Liberty for me.
But I will be honest with you, though. My sleeper this year. No. Seattle Storm win it all. Seattle Storm can win it all. I believe they play the Aces in the first round also.
Yep.
That's going to be interesting because that is always a competitive game. And both teams got super duper hoopers. Super duper hoopers. Like you got Jewel Lloyd, Nneka Ogwumike, and Skylar Diggins-Smith side. You got Aja Wilson, Kelsey Plum, Alicia Gray on the other side. Yeah, it's going to be a battle at every position. I'm excited. Tingly feeling.
You talk about the tingly feeling. Who else was getting some tingly feelings?
Diddy! Diddy! Hey!
Welcome to
I
the
wasn't
stream,
even
everybody.
just referencing Diddy. I was referencing Unk Sharp too.
Oh God. That's even
Yo,
better.
Twitter was wild on both days. Like between the leaks of Shannon Sharp, and then like 3 days later, the Diddy thing. I was like, oh my God, Black Twitter's gonna have a fucking field day with this.
Jay. Shit. Hey, man, shout out Unk, dog.
How the hell does that even happen?
I agree. When he said that he did it on accident, I was like, all right, cool. First of all, my man, you contradicted yourself so bad, my boy. You can't post you got hacked and then say, oh, it happened on accident. I didn't know. So I went on Instagram. I've never been on live before. I went on IG and I tried to find a live. I'm really bad with phones, so it took me a minute. You got to do a whole lot to go on live.
Yeah.
He did that on purpose, man.
You know what I'm saying?
There's no way.
I'm just finding that out now too.
You got to
You
do a lot
gotta
to go
you
live.
gotta hit like 8 different things to go live. So, bro,
I
nobody's
think it was
doing.
promo. I think it was promo.
It.
Because he has a stake in a mail supplement company.
Yep.
Which one's that?
It's called Revolt. Something. I gotta look it up. Starts with an R. Revolt.
Is it
Something.
Roman?
Whatever it is. He has a mail supplement company, and he talked about it on Nightcap that night, and then they used that as advertisement for their Instagram post. And I was like, All I know is that Unc was giving it and Michelle was taking it. That's all I gotta say about it.
Skip! I was hacked!
Skip, I was skiing.
Skip! I wasn't hacked. I was being healthy male, Skip. I'll admit.
I'll be real with you though, Shannon Sharp, he was just having sex. I don't give a damn about that, but yo, 1,000 bottles of baby oil, yo.
That's just that. 700 dildos. 700 dildos, I heard.
What? I didn't hear that.
I saw that they got 740 something dildos out of Diddy's
my
house.
God.
Yo.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, you know I'm back.
That man ain't getting out.
Baby oil. I use baby oil, but I only use baby oil towards like the end of the fall when it starts getting cold in the winter time. Because when it's hot outside, you put baby oil on, you're gonna be sweating and nasty, and I don't do that. Just use lotion, right? baby oil could last you a good bottle, could last you a good year. Or 2. Or 10. It depends. You know, we black. We keep baby oil, but 1,000.
You can't be ashy.
1,000. I just want to know this. This is my question. What percentage of that 1,000 bottles of baby oil was designated for Meek Mill?
Oh God! Yeah, you put it at work.
At least half. We're gonna make an educated guess and say at
People
least
thought
half.
he was swimming in a swimming pool. Nah, he was swimming in baby oil.
I'm gonna start looking at pictures of Meek Mill a lot closer now. I'm gonna see how he had dark skins. I'm gonna see how shiny his face is looking. His arm, man. You know, if he's overly moisturized, I know what he's been doing. So I'm gonna look at the old pictures.
Let's just not even say Meek Mill. I mean, all the people that have been at Diddy's house for parties, man. Like, they all had to get into the industry somehow. They always make the joke that Hollywood is like doing these like what's it called, humiliation rituals and shit. I think in order to get big in the rap game, at least in certain areas of the country, you had to go to Diddy's house.
I'll be real with you. All them pictures, I think that just makes the situation so much more than it has to be. Just because you took a picture with somebody, don't mean they weren't involved. You know why I say that? Because they showing all these pictures of Diddy with all these other rappers, right? All these other celebrities and everything, right? You know, the movie stars and everything. How many of those pictures of Diddy and Donald Trump are circulating all over the place? Social media and Instagram. You seen a lot of them? I know there are some. I've seen some, but not as much as all them other celebrities. So what matters with them? But old Donnie, Donnie could never do it. So Donnie didn't do nothing with Diddy, and Donnie didn't do nothing with Epstein.
I was
and
just
he
about to
seems to
say
be
that.
friends with both of them, and he's hung
Just
out
a
at both of
coincidence.
their estates, and he's been to both of their islands. And I don't know. Maybe it's a coinkydink. I don't know.
Let me just clear. We weren't eating dogs or cats. We were fondling with young women, okay? Some of them were of age, some of them weren't, but what do I know? I'm just a billionaire.
And then Diddy took out the baby oil. And the rest.
Huge bottles of baby oil.
Like, guys.
There's a 14-page fucking indictment on Diddy, bro. Like, they have something on him, bro. They have something on Diddy. They have to.
Bro, you know how bad it has to be that you're a worldwide known celebrity. You're getting charged with all this stuff, and they're not even letting you out on bail. Well, screw that. Yo, he's not even in jail. He's in prison. He's in prison. You know, like anybody else be like, all right, put him in the jail. Even Cosby went to jail. I'm just saying, y'all. Even Cosby went to jail, for a little. But they put this man in prison off the bat. Off the bat.
You know what's funny as shit? I was reading a CBS news article on the situation, and his lawyers said a quote that said he's so happy this has happened because he's finally looking to clear his name and prove his innocence. Oh no, he ain't getting out.
No, he's throwing everyone under the bus now.
Here's my thing, man. If we're being real, I don't get why. First of all, I'm hearing he's on suicide watch, which is awful. I hope that doesn't happen. I really don't. And the reason why is because, first of all, I don't want to see anybody die from suicide. It's a terrible thing, man. But you got to look out for Diddy's future, man. And his future is bright. And I say that for one reason only. I mean, why wouldn't Diddy be excited to go to prison? If I'm Diddy, general population, that's a meat factory, my boy. That's all you.
Oh
my God.
Paradise for Diddy.
Yo.
The whole baby oil for common sense.
KG, lunch for some baby oil.
Get some cigarettes for some baby oil, you know.
Listen. If they put him in the
10
same,
packs of ramen, baby oil.
if they put him in the same prison as R. Kelly, they're gonna run that shit, bro.
They're not even them be in the same state. But I mean, like, come on, bro. Like, let's be real. Like, yo, Diddy, be like, yo, I'll give you this pack of Vienna sausages for some baby oil, daddy. Like, come on, bro. You know he gonna be saying daddy. I think people gonna be running from him, be like, yo, Diddy coming. Like, y'all ever seen The Wire? It's like,
I was just about to say The Wire.
I'm like, Omar, nigga, I swear to
Oh my god! It was like
Omar coming.
And then the two motherfuckers, they don't even know he's coming. Oh my god!
Diddy gonna be walking down the hall and be like, can't stop, won't stop.
Oh my god!
Went from all about the Benjamins to all about the Trojans, my boy. Well, I forgot he goes raw because baby oil disintegrates latex. Raw dogging. Oh, Diddy, man.
Oh, Diddy.
I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him. I mean,
why? I'm curious to know your stance on why you miss him.
I remember when we talked about R. Kelly at one point.
Yes.
I talked about both sides.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sympathetic for this dude. I'm empathetic for this dude. It's like, he did a lot for the culture. I ain't gonna sit here and act like he didn't. I act like he didn't discover some of the greatest R&B artists and groups ever produced for him. Mary J. Blige, Jodeci, Be Sure, Boys to Men. Didn't discover him, but did produce for him sometimes. Biggie, Mace, Bad Boy Records,
Lil' Kim.
I mean, man,
Yeah.
but still, just the general, like what he created in the culture of hip hop. He's a very important figure. Not discounting what he did on the side. What all that is crazy. Oh, it's crazy. It really is. And honestly, yeah, you need to put that man under the jail. After I saw that video of him, when he did the Cassie in that hotel, I was like, yeah, nah, I can't get down with that, my man. And then the fact you lied about it at first, and then now there's video evidence, and you coming at me like, like the times, man, where like, just get beside yourself, and I was in a bad place. Like, nah, bro, nah, I ain't never been in such a bad place. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna beat this bitch up. Like, that don't make no damn sense to me.
No,
doesn't make any damn. It just doesn't. And you hear all this stuff about him and the indictment and all these charges, and whose man's is this? Get him the fuck out of here.
Do you think it gives the culture a bad name in addition to building it up?
What culture?
Black and rap culture.
Excuse my French, but niggas ain't got nothing to do with this. Rap culture, I don't know. Because if it were to have an implication on rap culture, only way is if a lot of other rappers were involved. And I say that because, like, I think Jay-Z was involved.
Bold statement.
Yeah, so not really a bold statement. People have been saying it for years. If you look into his relationships, things that he's done, things he's been accused of, it's like, all right, man, come on now. But I think it has to be a lot more artists that are involved that are also so big and interesting. Okay, because you're that big, so I know you have power and influence on all of this other stuff. So
would you say that there is something called the Diddy Files out there? Like the Epstein Files?
First of all, I want to know why you leaned back and started to do the whole, evil villain.
I don't know.
Very,
I don't know why I started doing it. I just started
very
doing it.
creepy, very rapey. I don't like it. I'm uncomfortable.
Well, time to get the baby oil.
Oh, hell no. What? That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's wild.
Hey, Diddy, we got your mate down here.
Whoa.
That's the reason you moved. You want to get away from that. You want to get away from that. Hell no.
Okay, do I think there's something called the Diddy Files? No, but I know there's tapes. I bet there's thousands of tapes. If R. Kelly had tapes,
Oh shit, you're right.
I'd for damn sure know P. Diddy's narcissistic ass has tapes. Oh, he likes to watch himself fuck. I know that. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to curse as much. I'm trying to work on it, but excuse my language. But yo, you telling me Diddy don't? I know there's tons of them. Well, I mean, I don't know, but I'm going to highly assume there's tons of tapes, and I'm sure they aren't all on MP3 or you know the things. You know what I'm talking USB. Yeah, the
USBs, yeah.
USBs. Ain't all on those either. I know he's doing it in the 90s too, so I bet there's cassettes.
Oh Jesus.
You know,
DVDs.
DVDs, burnt CD. I bet there's audio, everything. Yeah, I bet some of the shit's on LimeWire. We just haven't found it yet. I just he's nasty, man. He's nasty.
And you know what?
And lube? Like, yo, what kind of concoction was he making? No,
I don't want to know.
He's making a booty hole cocktail. That's what that is. That's what that is. That's a booty hole cocktail.
Nah.
Like, oh yeah, see what I do is, Daddy, I mix the baby oil.
Stop saying that like it. God damn it.
No,
Don't say it like that.
I'm sorry. That's what he be saying.
I know, but God damn it.
How we going, dudes, Daddy? What he is? Oh man, you heard Meek screaming?
My God. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh man.
Oh my God. Wait, I'm sorry. Like, guys.
Fuck. Hell no. That shit.
Why is that on your phone still? God damn it.
God.
Fuck.
You know it's not on my phone, jackass. It's still on Twitter.
Put this man on a list.
Yo. Yo. You heard me screaming. That's all I'm saying. You heard him struggling.
You did hear him say in that one video, "You can do it, Daddy."
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he was back there with double fisting the baby oil. It's like, oh man.
Oh, there's got to be a fucking dark web section of Pornhub for shit like that.
Hey.
Damn.
Yo, what? Nah, you ain't really just say that, dude.
I'm on page 1248. I still ain't seen it. Next page.
Crazy, bro. Look at a podcast on the hub.
I it'll be funny if we did have our podcast on the hub. I might work.
It would not be. No, it would not.
Why would we put it on the hub to begin with?
Fuck you. Why not?
I don't think there's any corporate job any of us could get if they found out we were on the hub. You're like,
oh yeah, you're
we saw that you were on this website. Why were you looking at the website during business?
Well, to be quite frankly, it was just another way to get our podcast out on a platform. We weren't doing anything sexually other than talking about sexual topics and whatnot. We weren't displaying our genitalia in a rude manner and weren't showing our buttocks as well. We were just talking about sexual topics. Yeah, okay.
Sexual topics. Want to hear a funny story?
Yes.
Why
Sure. I
not?
love funny stories.
Yeah, who doesn't love funny stories? So I'm watching this video. Old white guy. He's on trial, right? Well, not on trial. He's just in court suing this guy who owns a deli because his 12-inch sub, his foot-long sub, is not 12 inches. Judge goes, well, sir, how did you know that the sub wasn't 12 inches? He's like, I know the sub wasn't 12 inches. I went to another deli that I go to and I compare. I was like, I know they ain't the same. So I knew that. Like, well, sir, but what did you use to actually measure the length of the sub? He's like, well, Your Honor, I don't want to talk about that. It's like, no, you're gonna talk about it. And let me remind you, you're in the court of law. Sir, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if I really want to talk about this, but I whipped it out. Judge goes, I'm sorry, sir. You whipped what out? These 8 inches. I turned it up.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone. He's going in the closet. See you later. Oh my God. There he goes. Now he's come out the closet. Good on you, Matt. Good man.
Why?
I'm sorry. That was too funny for me not to tell. I'm sorry. Hey.
Oh boy.
Oh God. I'm sorry. I needed that laugh. Woo.
I live in Spain, but the S is silent.
You should have seen the comment section.
Oh God, I don't want to know.
Now that is content we'll say for Pornhub because ain't no way we'll say that.
Oh fuck! What in the fuck has this episode turned into? We're all about to get put on a fucking.
Oh God! Woo! Oh man!
Oh God! I gotta compose myself for this fucking ending of the show here.
I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you guys for listening to this episode of the Bromigos podcast. This has been episode 89. We're only 11 episodes away from the big triple digits, man. Episode 100. We got some good things that we're trying to plan on the back end. On not that kind of back end, Diddy. Calm down. Sorry, I had to be corny. I can't help it.
So R. Kelly, P. Diddy, and the Sean Watson walk into a bar.
You gonna finish that statement, or
I was gonna say you're gonna finish that statement?
And
well,
ask for a group massage, like.
Well, good luck, Charlie.
Fuck.
Yo, nah, honey, you ain't right, bro.
I thought what I was saying today was fucked up.
Nah, you ain't.
You sure have something wrong with you.
Nah, bro, you ain't right.
But that's why we like him.
That's foul.
That was foul.
That's funny as hell. I'm
as I was saying, you can find us on your favorite podcast platforms like Apple, Spotify, Google, TuneIn. Oh, wait, actually, Google doesn't even exist anymore, but it doesn't even matter. You can also text the show. We appreciate your guys' thoughts, and I will read the texts and fan mail that we get every episode. Who knows? Maybe John Domingo might chime in and try to debate us on more Trump and politics shit. That would be a fun time.
Yeah.
Twitter, at Bromigos Pod. Instagram and Facebook, The Bromigos Pod. TikTok, The Bromigos Podcast. And for YouTube videos, whether it's audio, shorts, video podcasts that we need to get back to doing, you can also subscribe to the Bromigos Podcast. And a big thank you to my buddy Cole at Full Swap Radio for airing our show Sundays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Just remember, Diddy did it, but Puff Daddy didn't. Boop.
He's right. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. God damn it. Goodbye, everybody.
You've been listening to the Bromigos Podcast.
Fuck you, and I'll see you tomorrow.
I beat her! That's okay! She'll be back. Another